Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss the continuation part of water resources. So we already discussed the sources of water, surface water and underground water resources, that and all we finished. Okay, now we are going to discuss the topic irrigation. Very important topic. Many times asked, many questions related to this topic. Okay, irrigation. Did you heard this term, irrigation? Irrigation. So, irrigation in India, we know that India is an agrarian country, agricultural country. Most of them are engaged in, more than 75% of people are engaged in agricultural activity. Even our national income also based on the agricultural sector. Even industrial activities also based on agriculture. Agro-based industries are there. So likewise, agriculture is playing major role in our economic development. So agriculture, agricultural activities are needed more water. The major element of agriculture or cultivation is water. Our farmers for this activity mainly needed water resources. So in India, we know that most of our farmers are depending monsoon season or rainwater for agricultural activities. Even the cultivation season also, harvesting, sowing season also based on monsoon season. Okay, so likewise, we are following particular methods for cultivation. Even in India, we know that southwest monsoon is covering the entire part. Almost 80% of area is covering southwest monsoon than other seasons. Okay, so our cultivation, agricultural crop cultivation also based on this season. Okay, so likewise, our farmers are completely depending rainwater for the agricultural activities. In India, currently, 92% of about 92% of water is mainly used for agricultural activities. Okay, 2% is for industrial activities. And remaining 6% only used for drinking and other household purpose. So the majority part is mainly used for agricultural activities. That is not only from the rainwater. Okay. So other means also we are following or depending. Okay. We know that rain or rainwater is the major source of water. Okay, it is the major source of water, and the cultivation also based on our monsoon season or rainwater. But many problems are there, and nowadays or recently we are using some artificial means also, modes also. Okay, artificial modes of watering agricultural plants. That is called irrigation. The term irrigation means what? So, watering the agricultural plants. Okay, watering of agricultural plants in an artificial means. It is from wells, tube wells, canals, likewise different sources. So that is called that is called irrigation. So irrigation is very it is playing a major role in our agricultural production or sustained agricultural production. We are nowadays, recently we are depending irrigation methods also. And why nowadays many areas in India, we know that about 55% of net zone area is completely depending rainwater. Then also we are following or depending irrigation also. Okay, rainwater and irrigation also we are depending. That is the artificial mode of watering the plants. Okay, and why we are following irrigation? Many reasons are there. Natural reasons, otherwise geographical, economical reasons are there. So what are the major reasons? So we can follow, we can discuss some some of the points related to what irrigation. So what is the reason why we are following irrigation? In positive ways and negative ways also we can say. So mainly problems are there. In India we know that agrarian country. So economy is 60% is completely depending agricultural activities. Our income, national income and all from agricultural sector. So we are depending. Then the problem is uncertainty of rainfall. That is the one of the major problem. Uncertainty of rainfall. What is uncertainty? Yes, sometimes we know that nowadays, even recently, that past 4-5 years, our rainfall pattern is complete. It is not in a normal mode. No. Yes, so it is uncertain, which means sometimes the monsoon is coming very early, arrival is very early, and arrival is very early, and the withdrawal also sometimes very early, otherwise late. Okay, so likewise it is not in a normal mode, so it is leads to many problems, and it is completely destroying the agricultural activities. Most of the farmers are the sowing of crops that is based on monsoon season. Okay, so if the season or rainfall is late, means it is highly affect the agricultural activities. That is one of the major problem. And uneven distribution. Next problem is uneven distribution. Uneven distribution of rainfall. Uneven means what? It is not equal or even, irregular distribution we can say, which means some areas are in India, we know that in India some areas are receiving high amount of rainfall and some other areas are receiving very less amount of rainfall. So it is not equally distributed. For example, we can say Western Ghats, Northern Hills. These regions are receiving more than 250 centimeters of rainfall per year. Annual rainfall is 250 centimeters. Cherrapunji, Mo syndrome, we studied, no. So these regions are everyday rainfall more than 1000 centimeters per year. So likewise, some regions are receiving very high amount of rainfall, and that is leads to some other climatic issues also. And another we can say Saurashtra, Kutch region, Rajasthan, these regions are receiving less than 25 centimeters of rainfall per year, which means very less amount of rainfall. So that is also leads to uneven distribution, also leads to agricultural problems. Okay, so the farmers are depending the artificial ways, okay, that is called the irrigation. Another thing we can say, it is completely, the rainfall is completely based on mountain areas, plain areas and all. Desert areas, it is say desert or marginal part of desert, which means semi-desert areas and all, no, very less amount of rainfall. Okay, very less amount of rainfall. So they are depending, they also depending irrigation mode. Okay, so that is uncertainty of rainfall, uneven distribution of rainfall. Next is based on the nature of soil. Okay, nature of soil means nature of soil. Okay, nature of soil means we know that different type of soils we studied, no. Okay, so based on the soil, no, some soils are needed more amount of water. Some soils are needed very less amount of water. They have the moisture retention capacity. So likewise, based on the characteristics of the nature of the soil, water also connected. Okay, for example, we can say clay soil. Clay soil is very wet, a wet type of soil. It is always holding the moisture, or moisture retention capacity is there. But in the case of sandy loams and all, no, it have less moisture holding capacity. Okay, so this type of soils needed more amount of water. So likewise, based on the nature of soil. And then next point we can say crop rotation. Okay, or based on the characteristics of crops. In India, 3 agricultural seasons are there. Kharif, Rabi and Zaid. 3 seasons are there, mainly Kharif and Rabi. So one is winter crops and one is summer crops. So Kharif crops are considered as summer crops. Rice, barley, likewise dry farmings and all are the part of Kharif crops. Okay, Kharif type of cultivation. And Rabi, wheat, sugar cane, likewise those are included in winter crops. So some crops are needed high amount of water. For example, wheat is an winter crop and it's needed high amount of water for the growth. Okay, even in the early stage and also in the harvesting time. So it is needed more water. And this millets and all, no, that is needed very less amount of water because that is included in dry farming. Okay, so crop rotation, it is based on the seasons, you know, and high yield variety crops are there. Green Revolution and all we studied, you know, yes. So after Green Revolution, we started in the advanced mode of agricultural activities. Okay, and got more production also. So that is also based on irrigation. Okay, so this Green Revolution is successful mainly because of, not only because of high yield variety, usage of high yield variety of crops, also irrigation methods. Okay, so regular supplying of water is needed for some types of crops. So likewise, crop rotation and commercial crops, for example jute, sugarcane and all, no, this type of crops are needed more water. Okay, more water. Then cotton we can say, cotton is needed more sunshine. So if the rainfall is withdrawal of rainfall is late, it will affect the cultivation of cotton, completely destroy the cultivation. Okay, so likewise it is highly affecting. And so the next point is crop rotation. So these are the seasonal rainfall. We studied, you know, usually June to September, 4 months only we are getting the proper rainfall, the entire India. Remaining season is completely dry. So we need to cultivate the crops. So we are following what irrigation methods. Okay, likewise, and getting more production also we are depending irrigation. According to scientists, agricultural scientists, this irrigated crops are getting more production than the normal monsoonal crops. Okay, so likewise regular watering system is needed. That's why we are completely depending what irrigation method. Okay, so these are the reasons. Is it clear? Okay, so next is mode of irrigation. Mode of irrigation. Different modes are there. That is mainly primitive mode and modern methods are there. So that we can discuss in the next class. Thank you.